guys, welcome back to Weekly Reads, where I talk about the books that I am currently reading and the ones that I finished in the past week. It is a pretty special Weekly Reads because it's my mom's birthday today and everyone's in a festive mood. That's why I'm wearing traditional, and I have worn these lovely earrings as well. These are gold, So yeah, I think it's a nice day. Normally, on anybody's birthday in the family, we basically go out, we eat. My mom specifically loves to go to the temple on her birthdays. She prefers to go to the temple, but we cannot go to the temple because it's the coronavirus and stuff like that. So we thought, why not, spend the whole day at home and feel like a special, maybe it feels like a special day because we are all dressed up. So yeah, that's that. So yes, let's just get into the books that I have read recently. In the past week, I've completed 3 books, actually 3 audiobooks to be specific. The first book I completed was The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel. This book would be a literary mystery fiction, and I loved it so much. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars simply because it was actually a great piece of, mystery literary fiction. Like, basically the whole book depends upon character development, and at the end of the book we travel 360 degrees and we are somewhere at the spot where the first page kind of matches with the last page. And I really love books like that. Like, it actually gives me the sense of satisfaction because my brain seeing one character and the adjoining characters develop from one situation to another, and it's just interesting. So if you like literary fiction in general and you like the mystery factor of it, you'll like it a lot. If you like Celeste Ng's Little Fires Everywhere, then you will love this book. So yeah, it's worth the read. The next book that I finished was The Cartographer Tries to Map a Way to Zion. This is actually a poetry book by Kai Miller, who's a famous Jamaican author, and I wanted to read his August Down first, but then I didn't have access to the book. Instead, I found the audiobook for this poetry book, and that's why I read it. I must say that I am not a big fan of poetry, and I did not like this much. I ended up giving this 3 stars. I think I gave this 3 stars mainly because there were a few poems that was totally beyond my reach, and then there were very good poems which actually I really loved a lot. So basically, The Cartographer is trying to map like the world, and it has many unrelated poems as well, but at the end it comes all together. Although it was like a good, I would say, end, I didn't like it much. 3 stars only, so let's leave it there. The next book I read was something I read this morning. It was The Mask of Red Death by Edgar Allan Poe. Honestly, I'm so glad that I read this. I kind of rated it 4.5 stars. I wish to rate it 5 stars, but this is a short story and it finished so quickly. And I've never read Edgar Allan Poe, and I thought that maybe I should read. And honestly, I do not like the horror genre. I don't like horror movies. I'm not sure if I would ever like horror books, not that I've read in Stephen King or Poe, but I really love the book. I mean, the story, it's amazing, beautifully written. I mean, the writing is like chef's kiss. So yeah, the only reason I cut the 0.5 stars is because it got over early. It's a very interesting concept. So if you want a background on it, it's basically like the Red Death, or you can say the plague, and it's entered the kingdom, the country, and the prince and his noblemen have locked the palace doors and they are throwing a masquerade ball. And death comes in, the Red Death comes in, or a victim of the Red Death comes in the masquerade, in the gets to the ball, and then he kills everybody. So it's very interesting. I think more than the whole plot, you should read it for the writing. The writing's just, again, chef's kiss, honestly. Okay. So currently it's the last week of July. By the way, 1st August onwards, a Fine Balance group read begins. So I'm preparing myself for that one. Recently on Sunday I put an announcement as well on the group. This is running on Voxer. Go ahead, check it out if you want to join a group read with people all over the world for a fine balance, wide-oriented mystery. DM me on Instagram. This is my Instagram handle. Honestly, you'll love it. Anyway, So that's why I'm not reading. Like normally at any given point of time, I'm reading 4 books, but as of this week, I'm just reading 2 books because I'm preparing for a fine balance more than the others. So one book that I'm planning to finish this week itself is Child 44, which I've been reading since the start of the month. I have almost completed. I think I'm on page number 304. It is a nice book. Earlier, the book was covering a lot of Soviet Union and Stalin era torture, and now something has happened, and now the focus is the murder that has happened in the book. So yeah, that's that. It's very very interesting, but I do not know how much will I rate it, because I just felt like there was an abrupt shift between the focus on the country, as the country being Soviet Union, USSR, to the murder investigation. But I think like there's a loose thread that ties everything, and I still see the hint of the regime, but now it's just a murder investigation, and that's something that I'm just, I'm not enjoying the murder investigation much. So yeah, that's that. The next one that I'm still reading, I'm kind of reading this actively, by the way, and I really love the writing of this one. It's Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni's Forest of Enchantments. I really love the book. I've loved the book so far. I'm done with like 21% of the book because I was not actively reading the book in the past few weeks. So now we are at a situation where it's been quite some time that Dashrath has been king, and now it's time for Ram's coronation. I really love the feminist twist that the author has brought in the tale. For example, I love the portrayal of Kaikeyi so far. Like, although Kaikeyi is a very shrewd queen, and all of us know that in the Ramayana, like it was because of Kaikeyi that stuff happened. If you're not read the Ramayana, honestly, I don't want to give you spoilers, but yeah. I think all Indians know who Kaikeyi is, but I love the twist that she's brought to Kaikeyi. Like, it's a very very nice twist. I like it a lot. I won't say twist. I would say more like a character development, more like how she's fierce, and how there is this kind of mutual agreement between Sita and Kaikeyi. I think that's something I really like. Like, their interaction is very strong. Normally, in the normal Ramayana, Sita is seen as, I don't know, like maybe a woman who does not talk much, a woman who does not, she does have her opinions, but then she is very very soft spoken, and the book has stayed true to that character of hers. And if you if you read the introduction to the whole book, you will understand the character traits of Ram and Sita in the original Ramayana. So I love Mahabharat more than Ramayana. Like, Ramayana and Mahabharata, two Hindu epics, but this book is kind of giving me a newfound respect for Ramayana, because it is actually taking things one step ahead and showing you how the women are strong irrespective of their even if they're heroes or anti-heroes, irrespective of that aspect. So yeah, I think I'm enjoying this book as well, but I don't think I'll be finishing Forest of Enchantments this month. It'll be running into next month. Yeah, and I'm actually thinking, because I have been wanting to read a lot of books of recent, with respect to I want to like pursue the Man Booker Prize project, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on, but then there's a fine balance to group read too. So I do not know what am I going to read next, and we will only get to know that next week, in the first week of August. So yes, that's the plan. So I think that's it for this week's weeklies. I hope you have a great last week of July. I think I'll be doing my wrap up this Sunday, so stay tuned. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.